Na 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 na. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daryl and this is Future Proof. In this channel, I teach you guys how to invest into cryptocurrencies, how to save your buying power, and most importantly, how to be profitable in this space. Guys, I have a very important video for you guys today. I am going to keep it short. We're going to talk about very few coins. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about Polkadot, which is why I'm wearing my dot t-shirt. We're going to talk about VeChain and ICX. Okay, and guys, I take my time to bring this video to you guys. You know what to do. All you gotta do is click the like button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, and drop a comment below. Talking about comments, this is hilarious that I want to share with you guys. Here, my last video, I told you guys was the calm before the storm. That's when BTC was at 45,600. Everything was in red. Everyone's running around saying, oh, we're going down, we're going to crash, etc. I came in this video and told you guys that is not what's going to happen. It's most likely that this was the calm before the storm, before a big blast off. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys more proof that that's what we're going to see. But I also want to show you guys the type of people that there are also out there, right? So a couple of videos ago, when I was actually bearish on the price of BTC, showing off all the well manipulation, this dude over here is like, oh, you are honest and smart man. And I never see bullishness in this market at this moment. And he's like, I already sold BTC into USDT, whatever, and I'll wait a year later. So you already know from here, this kid already missed out all the pumps, right? I posted this video again about urgent next two coins to explode, and I talk about Polkadot when Polkadot was like at $10, and here I talk about Luna when Luna was at like under $10, and also GRT. So, and this guy comments bull trap. All right, and the reason I'm pointing this out is this dude also dropped another comment very recently in my last video when I was like the calm before the storm. And obviously because the market already reversed, he already deleted his comment. But I have a screenshot here because the comment was like, calm before the dump. Stupid YouTubers and his followers always get wrecked. No one follows them, low IQ. This is very important. When someone calls you low IQ, this automatically reflects on themselves, because only a low IQ person will call someone else low IQ because they think they have high IQ. That's like one of those dumbest thing I've ever heard. Who calls someone, oh, low IQ? You must have such a low IQ, bro, a high IQ, bro, because you stay getting wrecked. And it's like, dude, the market reversed, we're bullish, and he deletes his comment. Yeah, keep hating, bro, keep hating. Well, I just wanted to drop this because I'm a real one out here, and I tell you guys exactly how it is. I have no shit given about any of these. Like, I am only in here to help you guys make money. And if you're gonna be a hater, this is not the channel for you. And if you're gonna be a negative low IQ person, just go on these other like, I don't know, fake channels that are literally giving you fake TAs that keep getting you wrecked, because that's what's happening to this kid. Anyways, I don't have time for this. I'm a very busy guy, and I still take time to make these videos for you guys. All right, let's get straight to it, guys. BTC. Why am I excited? What is going on with Bitcoin? All right. First of all, the reason I told you guys that this dump was kind of over and that we're going to see a reversal is we're way oversold on the RSI. In addition to that, you can see that by that time, we already had a bullish MACD cross on the 4 hour. All right. Pay attention. We're getting to some really, really juicy stuff. In addition to that, only reason I was a little scared is because BTC went under the 200 EMA, okay, on the 4 hour, which is not a good sign. And I told you guys this in my last video. And I told you as well, because we were under this, there was a potential that we dipped all the way to 41,000, which did not happen. And I also said it could possibly not happen. What we have here is a falling wedge, which we broke over this falling wedge, and we actually are reclaiming the 200 EMA. If we close above this 200 EMA, this is going to be bullish for the price of BTC, and is going to give us strength to push up higher to the upside. What I love to see here is how this green box that I had way back The reason I had this box is you can see there's some confluence areas here and some previous support on this green box in the past. 1, 2 resistance here, and 3, 4, and this is our 5th, 6th support on this green box. So this shows that this green box is actually a good support for the price of Bitcoin. All right, now let's move to this chart, because this chart shows you a little bit more. On this chart, there's some mixed signals to watch. One mixed signal is that on the 4-hour, we are having a death cross on the price of BTC, which could be very scary because we know how these death cross takes place. I am a very open-minded and very flexible-minded person when it comes to this space. Is my view change as the trend change. I'm not just strictly bearish, neither am I just strictly bullish like most of these YouTubers out there. I can be a moon boy, but I try to use logic behind everything I do. The reason death crosses can be very hurtful is because, look, we had a death cross here before we came back up, before we had this huge dump, right, on the 4-hour. And we had a golden cross here on the 4-hour before we had this huge move up. So it is potentially a sign that BTC could go lower, right? And even if we do lower, I do believe we're going to find huge support at 41. But on the other side of this coin, on the flip side of this coin, you need to see all the sides of this coin. We are about to have a golden cross on the daily for BTC. So you have two very strong indicators that are literally opposite of each other. So it's very important that at this moment you add all these other indicators to understand what truly is the direction BTC will go. Also, guys, in this channel, we do not predict. We only try to make an assumption on where the price is going, and we try to be prepared for either direction, okay? Which is why I always recommend having stop losses in place, and I always recommend watching the TA very closely before making any big moves, because this death cross could have scared people already, and they're already liquidating at all their position, and they're going to miss out the biggest Bitcoin move to come. And I truly believe that a huge BTC move is coming. All right, so we have this golden cross coming for BTC on the daily. On top of that, I like the fact that this candle right here just broke back above the 200 moving average, which for institutions, that is a bullish sign, okay? What we want to see is getting a bullish MACD cross on the daily, which we have not seen yet. But keep in mind, the last time BTC had a golden cross on the daily, okay? BTC had a golden cross on the daily. That's when we went from about 8,000 to 60,000, making about 690% gains, okay, in a period of 300 days. All right, so keep that in mind when people are telling we're gonna crash. So I don't know what's the future hold, but what I do know is that past behavior tends to repeat itself. It may not fully repeat itself exactly the same way, but it sure does rhyme. And that's what I look at when I look at TAs. And that's why me and our Patreon, we've been so profitable in bear trends, bull trend, whatever trend it is, because we're open-minded and we don't just call people out and saying they have low IQs and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm glad we're getting haters in this channel. All right, so I want to keep this video quick and short and straight to the point. And if you appreciate that, you know what to do. Next coin that I want to talk to you guys about ASAP is DOT. We have been calling DOT on this channel way back at like $3-4. All right. DOT mooned, went to $46. DOT tanked, went to about $10, $11, where I had these boxes, and me and my Patreon has been accumulating here, literally at the bottom of DOT. This is why, guys, become a Patreon. It pays for itself. Then we had a golden cross on DOT on the 4-hour, and DOT started moving. We got above this 200 EMA, right? DOT, and then I brought DOT to YouTube right here when DOT was sitting at $15. Was telling you guys at $10 DOT was way too undervalued. At $15 again, DOT was way too undervalued, and DOT already was moving, right? So from when I posted DOT on the YouTube, which is about 150%, right, for DOT. Okay, and the reason I'm bringing DOT back to you guys is because, and we called the resistance, we called everything, and there's a little resistance coming at $40, and I told you guys there's barely any resistance between $26 and $40. But I need to tell you guys that I think DOT is actually going to destroy both of these resistance and break into major all-time high levels and start accelerating super rapidly from where we are now. Why do I believe this? If we're looking at all these other layer ones like Atom, look at Atom. This is DOT's kind of like right here. DOT's kind of like right here, and shoot, broke this previous all-time high. Look at Algo. Boom, broke. See this candle? Broke all-time high, just like it was nothing. And enters price discovery. And I can go over these. We have Luna did the same thing. We have Solana did the same thing. Look at that. Boom. And I don't know if you guys missed it, but Atom is also going to have a golden cross in the 1 hour, in the 1 day. So that's really exciting. So we have all these coins did something very similar. So I'm expecting DOT being one of the best layer ones out there to do something similar to just shoot to the top. So, well, very soon I'm expecting a $60 DOT. And I want to keep it short. That's my view. Where do I think DOT's going to be by the end of this year? Over $100 for sure. That's my view, my personal opinion. And please do your own research. Do not make trades without literally protecting yourself and limiting your losses. Next coin that I want to shoot next to is VeChain. I made the last video talking about VeChain, and I want to reiterate this VeChain idea. Okay. The reason for I want to bring this back up to you guys is because something very interesting is happening with VeChain. Right now on the daily, VeChain is having a golden cross. Okay. I had this resistance level, which we literally hit, came back down, are getting supported by the 50 MA and the 200 MA in the middle of a golden cross. Guys, this is a no-brainer. Okay. This is a no-brainer. On top of that, this is where I had given VeChain again to you guys on YouTube. So you're already up if you've taken this call. But keep in mind, with this golden cross, I'm expecting VeChain to literally start running to 25 cents, which will be about 114% gains from here. Last time VeChain had a golden cross on the daily, it went up over 1,700%, okay, in 117 days. So that is going to be some exciting fireworks. I just bought more VeChain today, adding to my bag. I love VeChain. I've given you guys all the reasons why I'm such a bull on VeChain. So please do some more research on VeChain and understand why I'm so bullish on this project. But that's all I want to give you guys on this. This, to me, looks really good setup. So also, I don't even have stop loss of VeChain. This is a long-term hold for me, but each to their own. Do what pleases you. Next, I want to retouch on ICX because this is the coin that me and most of my Patreon right now have been major focused on. The reason for is because we've been accumulating ICX way back here under $1 again after we had this big dip here. Even way before that, ICX to us, we've been buying ICX way back then. The reason, guys, ICX is a no-brainer is because it's another, to me, one of the most undervalued layer ones right now. This is where we first were buying ICX, and we bought ICX again right here because we had a golden cross, and ICX has just been mooning for us. But it's about to moon more because if you zoom out, you can see that this thing has been a sleeping dragon. It's been down, it's been literally going sideways for over 3 years, and it has so much upside, right? And there's Icon 2.0 coming out soon. On top of that, you guys need to see what's been going on with these layer ones, right? Round bottom pays the bills. Look how we're breaking to this resistance. Look how we literally the other day had a pump and came back down because Bitcoin dragged us. This thing barely dumped while we were dumping, right? And it's getting ready for another move. So ICX is going to pump very quickly to $2.56, which is about to be like a 34% small before it has another hits this other resistance level and potentially have a little dip. But guys, keep in mind, after we break that level, the next level of resistance for ICX is all the way at $5. All right, so that's going to be an additional 156% gains on ICX. Okay, so this is my view. These are some coins that I'm really watching and I'm really expecting for some big move from. And the last but not least, of course, I need to touch on GRT because I know a lot of you guys are waiting for GRT to have its move, and it's coming, guys. It's all about being patient. When I was giving GRT back here, I kept telling everyone be patient, and those who were not patient, they missed out on this biggest move here. Check this, guys. This still looks great. GRT barely had a dip during this entire little Bitcoin dip, and on top of that, look how we got supported by the 50 moving average on the daily. And on top of that, look how we got supported by this level, which was also our previous all-time high back here. So GRT, guys, is just prized for some massive up move. The fact that we barely dipped while all these coins saw double-digit reds shows that these guys some people are ready for GRT to start moving, and they're holding and they're not selling. So if that's you, guys, I'm telling you, this thing's going to move. The last thing I want to show you guys is the total market cap of all crypto, excluding BTC, because it's very important, right? On the daily, you could see that we didn't have that golden cross, so we literally kept going back up. But when I pull this on the 4-hour, it's important to see something. Look at this round bottom and look how we found great support on the 200 MA. Guys, this is super bullish. We found support once, we found support twice. What this tells me is that the entire altcoin market is going to literally blast off and break this previous all-time high and enter price discovery. I'm really excited to see this happening. We all know what happens in price discovery. These things tend to moon. So I'm really excited to see what happens in the next coming days. September, guys, always in the beginning of September, we see red, but it always results towards mid-September to the end of September, entering October. We see a lot of bullishness. So learn to be patient. We can see this is the market cap of others' dominance against BTC. Look at this beautiful. So we were in this triangle for multiple years, and we finally broke out of it. But look how we are having this round bottom for the dominance of altcoins. Okay, look at this. No one else is telling you about this. Okay, no one else is telling you about this. Round bottom before a breakout. All right, this is going to be huge. This is the market cap. I mean, this is the dominance of all altcoins against BTC about to break out. Okay, we were in this triangle for years. Finally broke out, came retested. Look how on the daily we found support on this. We literally found support by the 200 MA multiple times. And look, had a short fake death cross, and now we had a golden cross again. This thing's about to rip. So guys, be ready, buckle up. I don't care what anybody says. If you've been a follower of this channel, you know that I have called most things more right than wrong. Okay, I've called all these bull traps that we were having in BTC, and I was calling all these death crosses and was calling all these golden crosses and round bottoms. And I'm telling you guys, the biggest move is to come. Okay, so be prepared, be ready, and be future proof.